Hello, foodie fans. Welcome to the Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. I'm your host, Sal Conca. This show supports restaurants, chefs, and food pioneers with your help. Head to bigfoodtalk.com to make your donation today, or check out our fun apparel line with proceeds going directly to participating restaurants. Special thanks to the Long Island Food Council, Dine LI Facebook group, and Yelp Long Island for supporting this episode. Today I'm speaking with Manny, the owner of Smok-Haus in Garden City, New York. Manny tells us how he discovered his love of barbecue while taking hunting trips in upstate New York. After years of perfecting his craft and menu, Smok-Haus was born, with tasty items like the smoked porchetta. Listen in as Manny tells us how he's working through COVID and still plans to build a brand. Hey Manny, welcome to the Big Food Talk. I'm really excited to have you here today. How's everything going at Smok-Haus these days?
Everything's going as expected. This is a very trying and uncertain time for everyone, regardless whether or not you're in the hospitality industry. The way I kind of look at it is every day that passes, we're one step closer to the finish line. So we're just, doing our part, trying to move the needle. Self-improvement's a big deal. Trying to keep everybody safe. The focus is to not jeopardize the integrity of the offering. Try to pick up some new customers along the way, and just make it to the end.
Absolutely. I mean, having a positive outlook on this and a positive attitude during this is definitely what's going to help. And as a business owner, you're probably used to solving problems on a regular basis. This just happens to be one major problem that everybody's dealing with at this time. So take me back a little bit. How long has Smok-Haus been in business? When did you open the doors there?
We opened the doors in November of 2018. The concept was in the works for a number of years before we actually found the location. The menu was in the works for a while. I kind of fell in love with barbecue, just going on, hunting trips with friends over in Hancock, New York. We, just kind of loved smoking different meats up there, and just literally enjoying spending time together. So the good thing is, food brings people together. I kind of fell in love with barbecue. So I wanted to put together a concept that was hard, fast, casual in nature, but also, gave me the ability to kind of entertain customers inside a dining room. So.
Yeah, well, I can attest to the barbecue. I mean, I personally, I've been there. I've eaten your food, and it's wonderful. Me and my buddies, we have guys' night like once a month, and you were one of our spots like a year ago, and it was fantastic. We usually try everything when we come in there, so we've had everything from the brisket to the mac and cheese to the ribs, and it's all spot on, right? It's interesting that so from your hunting experience, you were learning how to smoke meat. So was there somebody that taught you along the way, or you just kind of learned it all on your own?
Initially, a fellow by the name of Phil Chorman was one of the guys up there that was the lead pitmaster on these trips. Wonderful fellow, and he opened my eyes to it. And then a lot of it was learn as you go. Then I did a lot of reading, and then I kind of saw proper tutelage, and then I guess teamed up with Myron Mixon, went down to his compound in Georgia, spent time with him, learning his technique, and then putting my own twist to the way he, who is the most winningest man in barbecue, has been able to kind of, prepare a wonderful cue for years. And then I committed to using his equipment. So when we were doing the restaurant build out, I knew I was going to have Myron Mixon smokers in here, and that's what we have today.
Awesome. So are you smoking everything over wood? Is there a particular type of wood that flavors your meat? How do you guys do your smoke?
Blend of wood. We source our wood locally, oak, hickory, maple, some apple. So it depends what we can get our hands on, but we do everything with wood. The overnight cooks are the bigger meats, the brisket, beef chuck, the porchetta, pork butts, the smaller meats. We'll do ribs throughout the day. We'll do our chicken thighs. We'll do our wings. And literally, it's just a blend, which just gives a great flavor.
Sure. Well, you definitely hit all the major points of barbecue. Like if you're looking for barbecue, you hit all the high notes, from the sides to the types of meats, the offerings, and all that type of stuff. What's the most popular item on the menu? What do most people go for when they come in?
Most popular. Well, as far as on the main protein, everybody loves our brisket. Or even the pulled pork is just, it's juicy and it's got wonderful flavor. Our wings, probably some of the best wings on Long Island. The porchetta is an item that isn't very common. You don't really find it in a lot of barbecue places. For those who have tried the porchetta, it is out of this world. You take a pork belly, the way we prepare, we season it with a Mediterranean spice profile. We roll it up, and then we smoke it, literally for 12 hours. And that gets sliced up, it melts in your mouth. It's just one of the most amazing pieces of meat. But another item, which is relatively new, I think we've been running it for probably 9 months now, is our pastrami. We take our full packer brisket, which is we source prime meat. It gets brined in house for 2 weeks, and then we smoke it for a little longer than a traditional brisket. And we only offer it on Fridays. You can have it as a sandwich or a la carte. It's off the charts. I'm not saying we're going to go head to head with Cats and some of the other places. And, if you want to try something truly magical, come by on a Friday and enjoy our pastrami.
Well, that's definitely good to know. That gives me a reason to come back, because I don't think I was there when the pastrami was on the menu. So now I'm definitely going to have to come in there and get a pastrami sandwich. Is that something you're offering now, even for takeout and delivery?
There've been very few changes to the menu. We started offering smoked shrimp, Smok-Haus shrimp. And it's not an item that moves as much, so we just didn't want to jeopardize integrity and product quality. So we pulled the smoked shrimp from the menu, but we literally are running a full menu right now.
Okay, that's awesome. That's good to know. I can say, you were talking about the porchetta. I've had that before, because it was something that was unique to your menu and not something you get at a typical barbecue place here on Long Island, that's for sure. And it was outstanding. Melt in your mouth, the salt, the crust, the pork cracklings on top. I mean, it has it all going on. So if you get a chance, anybody that's listening to this, go try the porchetta at Smok-Haus. It's outstanding. So you guys are keeping the full menu, but how did you pivot after COVID and all this happened? Did you close for any period of time? Did you stay open the entire time? And what does the menu look like? You're offering family meals, things like that?
I guess with most business owners going into COVID had a ton of uncertainty. Most of our business was dine-in. However, at least the way we're set up operationally, we can run completely takeout and delivery. So we just didn't know what to expect. A lot of our competitors closed, so you figured, okay, you lost a lot of competition. Are you going to be busy or you're not going to be busy? So yeah, we did see a huge shift. Sales were down, just for the nature of, I guess, a lot of people for the first week or two were just piling up, going to supermarkets or Target and picking up stuff and building their own little bunker and staying home. But we saw an uptick in business. More and more people realized we were open. We saw an increase in the number of new customers from people realizing, hey, this is barbecue place, it's open, let's give them a shot. So we were pleased to see an uptick in new customers. The decision was close and lose money, or operate and probably lose money, but which path is going to lose the least amount of money and give you a little bit of goodwill and maybe keep your employees, at least some employees or as many employees as you can on payroll, and also be able to do a good service. Like we've been getting a lot of meals sponsored from various organizations, Feeding Winthrop, North Shore LIJ, St. Francis, all host of different, whether it's, Department of Public Works, the police department, all different groups, first responders, healthcare workers. So, we're fortunate to be able to kind of, do a good deed as well. But, we're trying to survive like everybody else. There was really just a lot of uncertainty. We just didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, one of the big things for me is seeing how the restaurant community has stepped up to be able to donate meals, or people are providing the donations for you guys to provide meals. You're right there, so close to Winthrop Hospital, which is, huge hospital right here in Mineola, Long Island. You guys are in the heart of Garden City. How is the restaurant community, the rest of the restaurants in Garden City? Have you guys all started to communicate more and work together, or were you working together beforehand? Like, have the restaurants come together in any way, or there's other small businesses in Garden City?
Um, I can't say there's an organized platform in Garden City um, that where restaurant owners are kind of teaming together, rolling up their sleeves, and kind of helping each other out. Not saying that we wouldn't do it if we needed to. So just to give you some color on what's happening here, I think every group is kind of just rolling up their sleeves, working with their staff. We're a clean place, but then just with the fear of all the issues with this virus that isn't really understood, we had to put a deeper sense of cleaning every single day and disinfecting and with virus agents and whatever we can to make sure that everything is as clean as possible. So one, staff isn't put in harm's way, our customers aren't put in harm's way, and we can offer a product that people are going to eat and say, wow, that was amazing, we want to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another thing to think about as a business owner now. I know cleanliness is always important in the restaurant industry. I mean, guys like Chef Ramsay, who did Hell's Kitchen, for better or worse, have made it pretty clear, kitchens need to be clean. But in this environment, it's just a whole other level about what the customer's expectation is. And I think it's important for you guys to get that message out that you are deep cleaning the restaurant, disinfecting. I mean, I've seen social media posts from other restaurants saying, listen, we're closing today on Monday just to do a deep clean, right? Like, and it's important for the people to understand and know that that's what's happening. In terms of just operating now, and I know there's so much unknown, what are your thoughts on where the restaurant industry may go from here, or things that you're looking to in the future? What have you heard so far?
I don't have a crystal ball, but it's not. Can't say I'll be surprised that there's a certain percentage. Now, whether it's 10% or 30%, I don't know what the number is, of restaurants won't open back up. I mean, it is a razor thin margin business. And restaurants like ours, which are relatively new, an unestablished brand, we've got a great loyal following, but we haven't really been in business for more than 2 years. We're competing against restaurants that have been around 30 years that have not only the deeper pockets, but also have the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of customers to support them. So some of those maybe newer brands, we'll take a step back and say, this doesn't make sense to do this. So yes, it'll be unfortunate. I think there'll be an adjustment in some costs from the suppliers or the landlords or whatever the case may be, just because this whole adjustment to working from home. I think office space is going to have an adjustment, at least in their business model. I suspect restaurants as well, malls as well. I mean, let's look at even a traditional movie theater. I remember when I was growing up, we loved going to movies, but now everything is online, and the costs are so high. I wouldn't be surprised if movie theaters, as a whole, is just another business that be under stress based on just how things have evolved.
Absolutely. I mean, I've heard mutterings of bringing back the drive-ins because of social distancing and things like that drive-ins would be a good alternative for people again, and to bring back a little nostalgia and things like that. But these are all things that we just really can't predict. I know there's so much to deal with in terms of the economy and on all that type of stuff. But, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. Is there anything else that you want to share with the audience to let them know about your restaurant or your food and what you're offering today?
We're truly passionate about what we do. I'm blessed to have a truly amazing staff. Whether they're from the front of the house team to the back of the house team, I couldn't get to where I am without them. I'd like to put a little plug for my supportive and beautiful wife and my two amazing girls, my wife Catherine and my girl Sophia and Elena. Thank you for their support, because I'm working 7 days a week, and I've been out of their lives for this run because I'm truly passionate about building a brand. Like, our goal is to have 100 stores. We're not just doing it for one. We want to kind of perfect it operationally, and then kind of pick the next couple locations and figure out the best way to expand it. I'd like to welcome everyone to come and give us a try. Any questions, feel free to call. We'll be more than happy to answer questions. And we're just really grateful for all the support we have. That's all.
Awesome, Manny. Yeah, I can tell you're definitely passionate about the food. And like I said, I've been in there, I've eaten the barbecue, I've tried a number of the menu items. They're all delicious. Where's the best way for people to reach out to you and place orders these days? Is it through your website? Are you using delivery apps? What's the best way to get in touch with you guys?
We offer curbside delivery. Curbside pickup. We deliver, and it's the best way to go if you live within 3 miles. No fees, and we get our food there faster than the third parties. We work with almost all the third parties right now. Let's see what else. Or they can just pick up the phone. We're listed online. Call us directly if you have any questions about the menu. We'll take phone orders. We're really trying to make the experience easy. So, yep, we offer it all.
Awesome. Perfect. And I know everybody can follow you guys on Instagram at Team Smok-Haus. And I know they'll be anxious to come in and try your barbecue after hearing you talk about your food the way you do. So, Manny, I wish you all the best. Thanks for tuning in to The Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. Subscribe on iTunes and wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes takes, or watch complete episodes on YouTube. Don't forget to make a donation at bigfoodtalk.com.